What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a longer video. Market Monday, going to be a new style of Market Monday this week. We're going to be going segment by segment through our investments previous 3 weeks in terms of history, and then what we're trying to do this week in terms of that investment as well. We're only going to be covering basically Monday through Thursday because I think we're going to be getting Thanksgiving or Series 2, one of the two. We're going to be getting some better content later on this week, and I'll have a video out Thursday night covering all of that, going over some new investments and stuff like that. So we're going to start things off like we always do with our Team of the Week investments. How did our Team of the Week investments do last week? Well, they were good, but they weren't great in terms of we bought at the 50,000 mark, and at the time that was the cheapest training, but unfortunately due to the Wildcard Wednesday veteran release just being really underwhelming, it kind of just tanked the training market because there was no demand for training. No one needed training to do either. There was no rerolls. The Wildcard Wednesday was underwhelming. So training pretty much, we bought the cheapest training by 1 or 2 points, but by the end of the week, they weren't the cheapest training. So they were only used for the Team of the Week sets. Looking back at the previous 3 weeks, pretty much, we've seen we bought at 50K last week and sold at 61K. That was its peak. Team of the Week 7 was basically the same thing. We bought at 60K and the peak was about 70,000 coins. And again, it was the cheapest training at the time. And then Team of the Week 6 was we bought at 50K and sold at 65K. And I think this is due, or basically the best margin we got with Team of the Week 6 was because these set cards, the Vernon Davis, Lombardi, they were significantly better than, I'd say, Roddy White, Jay Ratliff, and Reggie Wayne and John Abraham, as well as the Wildcard Wednesday drop was a flashback, which is a little bit more hype than heavyweights and veterans. So hopping in and taking a look at it, because now we have to really start paying attention to the set cards and what Wildcard Wednesday drop we're going to get corresponding with the Team of the Week investments we make. So looking at the Team of the Week cards this week, we have Willis McGahee, and EA Sports just gives us another 91, 92 speed running back. They're pretty much all the same running back. They just have different theme teams. Rondé Barber, honestly, this card's pretty good. 92 speed. I know he's like more of a slot man-to-man. He's a shorter corner. I believe he's gotta be like 5'10 or 5'11. But a pretty good card. Whenever you get a cornerback as one of these set legends, it always makes it to where the set goes for a lot. And then the current day hero is Josh Allen, left outside linebacker. Now, the only problem I have with this card is we just got Jalen Phillips, and they are the identical card. Jalen Phillips, you could say, is actually a little bit better, and Jalen Phillips is free to get from Gridiron Forge, so I just don't know why anyone would spend 300K for a Josh Allen when they could just pick up a Jalen Phillips for like an hour or two of grinding solos, and it's the same card. Unless you're just a Josh Allen or Jaguars theme team or Jaguars fan, I can't really see you picking up Josh Allen. And then Ben Roethlisberger. We'll get into this card a little bit later, going through our Team of the Week limited investment, but 94 overall field general. So what is the plan for the 89 Team of the Week? But we don't know the cards yet because that gets announced Tuesday morning. The plan really, and like it always is, our buy time is anytime after, I'd say, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday, that being tomorrow or probably today if you're watching this on Tuesday morning. We pretty much, now I don't know what price the cards are going to be. Hopefully, and the kind of the trend we're seeing, they'll probably be under that 45,000 mark. I think we're probably going to be buying at that 40,000 kind of a snipe. We always want to buy 2 or 3K under, basically that average lowest price, just to get the snipe, to save as many coins as they can. However, this week specifically, because we think we're getting Thursday or Friday content being Thanksgiving, we want to have all of our coins liquidated going into Friday, so we have a strict sell time of basically, of course, you sell anytime after 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday, but I would try to sell off all our Team of the Week investments by Wednesday night because Thursday we'll be getting that content reveal. That's why I'm saying strict sell date of Wednesday night. So maybe this week we be more patient on our buy prices, and because we don't want to get as many 89 Team of the Weeks, you have to have basically, I usually buy like 100. I'm probably only buying 30 or 40 just because I know I have to sell off by Wednesday night, and I don't want to get caught with some 89 Team of the Weeks that kind of just sit in my binder and rot away over the weekend when I could use those coins for the new Thanksgiving promo or whatsoever. So Team of the Week limited time investments now. I've kind of rushed over it, but pretty much the last 3 weeks, man, have been just great. D4 we bought at 500,000 and the typical sell price was around that 700K range. Chase Edmonds, we were buying anything under 600K and we sold off for 750, and now he's up to 850,000. And then Vernon Butler wasn't on the Xbox market, but at the time we bought one for 300. I think we bought 3 for 380,000 coins, and we eventually sold them for that 550 mark. So Team of the Week limiteds, it does not matter. Looking at this Ben Roethlisberger, it's really not that good of a card. 94 field general, he's not super fast. We already have Hot Route Masters. In terms of what I think the price is going to be for Ben Roethlisberger, I don't know exactly. If I had to guess, it doesn't really matter what I guess. I know people always say, yo, what are you targeting? Well, it doesn't matter what price I think Ben Roethlisberger is going to be. It all comes down to what his price is Wednesday night. We buy our Team of the Week limiteds Wednesday night, pretty much anytime after, I'd say, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then our sell date is pretty much up to you for any limiteds. As soon as you are in Profitville, pretty much, if we buy, let's say, Ben Roethlisberger for $500K, as soon as he goes up to 560 and you're making 10K profit or more, it's just completely up to you on when you want to sell, because let's say you might need coins to buy some new Thanksgiving cards or to make some investments. You have to sell off and then use those coins for other things. But that's really in terms of our limited times when we buy. Wednesday night when we sell, I'd say anytime after Friday for our Team of the Week limiteds, for just our overall limited edition cards. Now, we don't know what cards they're going to be specifically, so we don't know what price we're going to be targeting them at, but it's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be buying Friday night. Hopefully, when we get Thanksgiving content, there'll be a lot more cards in the market like last week when we got monthlies. You see, there's a bunch of Terron Armsteads, a bunch of Harrison Smiths. But yeah, buy time Friday night. Of course, we don't know the cards yet, and hopefully we have a lot more quantity on the market. If you see, there's barely any James Robinson, any Kenny Clarks. Limited time investments have been the safest investments pretty much all year. James Robinson, I think it was like 350 and you were able to sell for 500. Kenny Clark, it was like a 380K buy and then eventually a 550 sell. So anytime a Team of the Week limiteds, limited time cards, you typically buying the night of the second day they're in packs is the best time to buy. And it's always try to get a snipe, and then the sell date will always be pretty much Friday and after. You pretty much want, well, of course for limiteds it's gonna be Saturday or after. Saturday plus being Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like this time, I've sold my Harrison Smith saw both for $485. I bought them at $380, and then I'm still holding one Terron Armstead right now. But like I always say with limiteds, as soon as you're in that profit zone, it's pretty much just up to you if you want to be a little more patient, try to squeeze out another 10 to 20K, or you're just going to take the profit as you get it. But that's going to be the limited time investments, the Team of the Week 89 investments. We don't know what price exactly we're going to be buying each of these cards at. You're going to have to tune into the No Money Spent. Join the Discord so you get the updated kind of target prices that I'm trying to get each of these cards at. So I can't tell you right now. I don't want to see any comments saying, what do you think Ben Roethlisberger is going to be? Well, I hope Ben Roethlisberger is going to be at like 500K, but who knows? It's pretty much Wednesday night, whatever price he's at, that's what I'm going to be buying at. That's my ideology, that's my thinking when it comes to limited time cards. Now, there is a little sneaky training investment opportunity this week. It's a one-day turnaround investment because we've seen, or we know, we are getting Rising Stars on this Wednesday. So what can we do with that? Well, Rising Stars are probably going to be, this is where we target the Jamar Chase might get a card, Najee Harris, AJ Terrell's had a great season, he's due for a card. Rising Stars are typically the best kind of, I don't know, wildcard Wednesday release in terms of stat. Like if Jamar Chase gets an upgrade at 92, 93 overall Rising Star, because we are getting that overall boost this week in wildcard Wednesday, Jamar Chase is probably going to have 94, 95 speed. Pretty much. So this card is going to basically make training, if Jamar Chase just gets a card, training is going to go up. Also, we do get that solo challenge where you be able to choose one free wildcard Wednesday from this like set that we've got in the past 4 weeks, also which makes training go up because people need to power up their free basically wildcard Wednesday cards, so they need training. So training investment, a sneaky investment. We're gonna be buying training Tuesday. It's probably going to be the 89 Team of the Weeks as the cheapest training as well. So maybe hold on to some 89 Team of the Weeks for some training, and we'll arbitrage that. What do I mean by that? Pretty much we're buying cheap training on Tuesday, and then when Wednesday, when training rises, if the Rising Stars are good, we're going to have to tune into Twitter, see if Jamar Chase gets announced, see if some cards get announced. I'm sorry. And then eventually we'll either quick sell them and roll them for trading if Rising Stars are going for really like a ton, or we'll just simply sell back the cards that we buy for the cheapest training on Wednesday when trading, just overall trading market has kind of inflated and risen. So that is a little one day. Wouldn't go completely into it because you never know with training, but I think it's pretty confident that we'll see a rise from Tuesday to Wednesday. And if we get Rising Stars, specifically Jamar Chase, some good Rising Stars, we'll probably see a larger spike in the trading market from Tuesday to Wednesday. So that's my thinking in terms of a sneaky training investment. One day turnaround. Remember, you're not going to want to hold training past Wednesday night because Thursday we'll probably be getting Thanksgiving. And as we talk about this, the November 2021 calendar, what do we think we're going to be getting? Well, Blitz is pretty much confirmed for that Black Friday weekend being the 26th through the 29th. So we know that's going to happen. Now, the past, I think it's been like 3 or 4 Thanksgiving promos, we've always gone a part 1 and part 2, and we don't think part 2 is going to be coming after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the 25th, so if there's going to be 2 parts, there's pretty much has to be, it's forced for Thanksgiving part 1 to be this weekend, and then Thanksgiving part 2 to be the following weekend, the 19th. Now, where does Series 2 fall into this? I don't really know. If we only get one Thanksgiving basically promo, it'll probably be on the 19th, and then Series 2 will be this weekend. However, if we get 2 basically Thanksgiving parts, I don't think we see Series 2 on those releases. However, I think we get Series 2 pretty much when Blitz drops on the 26th. Series 2 realistically can drop any day in the next month. The 90-day window that they've said pretty much is going to be whenever episode 93 or 94 from EA Access comes out in terms of my no money spent, and then the official release will be like around episode 100 in terms of like the night, because they've said in basically, I think it was in the beginning of Madden, that series or seasons are going to be 90-day windows. So we're coming up to that 90 days. It's just whenever EA, hopefully they'll probably tell us on like a Monday or Tuesday that Series 2 is going to be dropping the following weekend. So who knows when Series 2 is dropping, but this is pretty much what's going to be coming out over the next 3 weeks. This is why I think Thanksgiving part 1 is going to drop this week, because Blitz is kind of locked into that Black Friday weekend, and if they're doing a 2-part Thanksgiving promo like they usually do, it's going to be this week, and then part 2 will be the following week. Now, what can we basically target in terms of an investment wise for Thanksgiving promo? Well, the problem is, and this is actually starting to sell off and make our profit off of our Thanksgiving part 1 investments, is first off, it's a needle in the haystack in terms of Thanksgiving investments. We don't know what cards are due to upgrades. Unlike most feared, which pretty much we had a set, we knew we were getting 890s and like 493 pluses each week. We can kind of like pick apart which teams hadn't gotten upgrades and so on. Now for Thanksgiving, we don't really know. All we know is there's 6 teams that play on Thanksgiving: Lions, Bears, Cowboys, Raiders, Bills, and Saints. There we go, got all of them. Those cards will probably be getting that like Thanksgiving upgradable card, where if they hit a certain stat during the Thanksgiving game, they could get an upgrade. But other than that, we have no clue what type of cards we're going to get, where they're basically the parameters for an upgrade, who's available for an upgrade. So all we can really do, and this past weekend was kind of that investment window. It's kind of a little too late. You've seen Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was pretty much easily able to pick him up for 30,000 coins this past weekend. I've picked up a couple, and I've started to sell off at that 40,000 range. Allen Robinson was another Bears target. He's already at that 10,000 range. And then Dak Prescott. This is a prime example. Sell in the hype. Dak Prescott was 8,000 coins all last week. And if you have Dak Prescott, if he is basically above, I'd say 15,000 coins, I'd sell. You double your coins on that investment. Take the profit, sell into the hype, because if Dak Prescott does not get a card, you don't want to lose out on all that potential profit. Maybe keep 1 or 2 Dak Prescotts, but I would sell off 80% of basically the assets you have in your binder. In terms of some other teams that we talked about that maybe you can target tomorrow when Team of the Week packs are kind of spammed, some weekly rewards being spammed, you can try to target cards like Demario Davis or Cameron Jordan for that Saints upgradable player. They're not too basically inflated already from the hype. In terms of some other teams, it's problem was Bills, as we thought Cole Beasley was going to get a card, but he got a veteran, so I have no clue who's going to be for the Bills. For the Raiders, I kind of said Max Crosby was going to get an upgrade, that Thanksgiving card. However, he got a team builder. So actually, if you bought those cards like pretty much a week ago, you probably have already started to make profit, but there's just not, it's just really hard to pinpoint one card for one team. It's just, there's too many options that kind of make up that. So for Team of the Week, or not Team of the Week, for Thanksgiving investments, it's kind of past that. In terms of Blitz investments, though, our Blitz investment target, and this will be in my video on Thursday most likely, this is when we are going to pick up our Blitz investments, our Tyreek Hills, our Denzel Wards, our Chase Youngs, cards like that. We want to buy those cards a week or 2 weeks in advance with that Thanksgiving promo kind of market crash. But that's really, I think that's it. I think that's all. We've gone through all of 89 Team of the Weeks, of course. We buy Tuesday night. We don't know the price yet. I'll either tweet it out, it'll be my no money spent video, or it'll be my Discord what price I'm targeting. For the limited time cards, it's the same thing. Wednesday night. Limited time cards, we're going to be buying Friday night. Pretty self-explanatory. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd say some pretty good Team of the Week cards this week. Hopefully Rising Stars are really, really big W's. It'll help the trading market a lot. And then eventually, probably going to get Thanksgiving part 1 this weekend, so I'll have a Market Monday video on Thursday. No money spent video will be out, I think, an hour or 2 after this uploads, but that's going to be all for the Market Monday video this week. Comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new. Discord link is in the description if you want to be more tuned in, get some extra information on the market. And until, well, a couple hours, peace.